Well, we read the beginning of Isaiah 40 a few weeks ago, beginning of Advent. You'll remember that's the passage, "Comfort, comfort my people," and a voice of one crying in the wilderness, "Prepare the way of the Lord." It's a common passage that we read during the Advent season, but we don't usually actually read to the end of Isaiah chapter 40. It's usually read later on in the year. But this season, I thought that we should actually just carry on with the reading to the end of Isaiah chapter 40. So if you haven't taken a moment to read the passage on the website, just do that before I move into my thoughts here. "Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all this starry host?" This year, a lot of people have been talking about the Christmas star that can be seen in the sky. I've had a few friends in other parts of the world that have seen it, but here in the Niagara region, our skies have been so cloudy and gloomy over the past days that most of us haven't been able to see it, which is kind of a bit of a metaphor, I suppose, of the time that we're in. "Do you not know? Have you not heard? Yahweh is the everlasting God. He does not grow tired or weary. He gives strength to the weary, and he increases the power of the weak. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles." Well, I know that many of us are feeling weary, perhaps even weak, as we seem to be back where we started this whole business 9 months ago. And this evening, here we are, kind of Christmas Eve, holed up in our homes, and many of us are thinking about other years and other celebrations, wishing for something that we experienced in the past. I'm sure that's how Mary and Joseph were feeling, wishing for, hoping for something different than what they were experiencing, trying to find a hotel room late in the evening, hotels that are booked up or either locked down, as the case may be. A pregnant young woman who just spent several days traveling through rough country. A worried young husband trying to do the best that he could for the woman that he loved, even though she was carrying someone else's child. I'm sure they were both thinking, how did we get to this point? Well, that's the story that we tell every year at Christmas. And I've been listening to or telling that story for 60 years. My parents told me this story when I was a child. The churches that I attended through my childhood, through my teen years, and at a certain point I began telling this story to my children and to the churches that I've served over the years. So, in a sense, this weary year, I don't have another story to tell. We don't have another story to tell. Nothing fresh, nothing exciting, nothing particularly to tickle your ears, which is interesting. A Christian leader, a fellow named Karl Barth, years ago said, the Christian story is really just a story that gets repeated over and over again. That's all that the work is of telling this story. We tell the story of God breaking into human history through the birth of this child and then his life and death and resurrection. And then we tell it again, week after week, year after year. Why? Because it is a true story. It's a story that shapes everything about my life. And so I keep telling it to whoever will listen. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. To whom will we compare him? He does not grow tired or weary. even when most of humanity rejects this story we're telling. But he gives strength to the weary, and he increases the power of the weak. Those who hope in the Lord, this Creator God, they will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not grow faint. Nothing new. It's the same story. The light of the world has broken into human history. Those same promises. He will heal, he will restore, he will renew us. Same stuff we've heard before, but they are true and they're real this evening. In your home, in my home. No fancy buildings required. They're true just as they have been true for generations of Christians over the centuries. And they're true this evening for the millions upon millions of Christians around the world who are having this same conversation. Singing some songs. Most of the world is in a difficult situation with COVID like we are. And yet Christians are gathering, trying to sing some songs, read some scripture, and reflect on the God of the universe coming to spend time with us, coming to enter into our reality. May the Lord strengthen you for the days ahead. May the Lord give you a story to tell, a story of good news and great joy. May the Lord be with you, friends. Merry Christmas.